Hello, my friends. I am back with part 2 of my Kringle Candle collection. So if you missed part 1, in that video, I shared with all of you my reserve line candles, holiday mercury jars, and the ramekin collections. Those are 4-wick candles. That was in part 1 of this series. Part 2 is what we are going to be talking about today, and those are my 2-wick medium and large jar size tumblers, as well as my 3 wicks. Now, if you missed part 1 of this series, part 1 of my Kringle collection, I will have that listed in the description box down below, as well as the first video that I did in this series, which is my Bath & Body Works collection. So if you are new here, hi, my name is Katie. I like to talk about a lot of things that bring me joy, and predominantly here on this channel, that is home fragrance. I like to talk about, I do candle reviews, hauls, empties, so all of that kind of fun stuff. If you love home fragrance, then this is probably the place for you. The major brands that I do cover are Bath & Body Works, Homeworks, Kringle, and sometimes Yankee. In fact, I'm hoping to dive into Yankee a little bit more this year with some of their rumored 3 wicks that should be hitting the market pretty soon. So if you like that type of content, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. I do always want to give the disclosure that I am a Kringle Candle ambassador. This video is not sponsored by them. I can't even remember. There might be like maybe 1 or 2 candles in my collection that are PR from Kringle, but I don't really get a whole lot of PR from Kringle. So most of what you see in this massive Kringle collection that I have, I did purchase with my own money, which is a little bit insane. As I have done in the previous videos, I've filmed this intro for you, and then I am going to go ahead and turn the camera around so that way you can see all of these candles up close and personal. And feel free in the comment section down below, if I have not done a dedicated review on any of the candles that you see here, please feel free to ask me, you know, what I think about them. Some candles, if they are older in the collection, I don't always get around to doing a dedicated review on. Also, I'm sorry for background noise. My son is home right now. He's doing a little craft right over there at the kitchen table. But anyways, where was I at? If you have any questions about any of the candles that you see in my collection and I have not done a dedicated review, please always feel free to leave a comment down there or send me a DM over on Instagram. I do have a Kringle Candle ambassador code. That would be Katie15. It will save you 15% off of your purchase. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get into this collection. All right, so I have some 3 wicks, I have some country jars, and I have 2-wick large and medium-sized tumblers. So let's go ahead and dive right on into this. All right, up front here, this was one of my favorite candles from 2023. It was really underrated. I felt like nobody talked about it. It was part of the Halloween collection. It was part of their 3 wicks. This is Pumpkin Smash. Fragrance notes of white pumpkin seeds, pumpkin puree, lemon, brown sugar, cinnamon sticks, nutmeg shavings, maple butter, toffee, vanilla extract. I actually just purchased this in the after holiday sale because it was on sale for like $6. And I actually initially put 2 in my cart, and then they said that it was like there weren't that many available. Oh my word, you guys. This fragrance is a beautiful pumpkin scent. This is kind of more of like a creamy white pumpkin type of fragrance. I like this much better than what's the like sugar pumpkins. This one's nicer than that. I really like this fragrance. I hope that they bring it back next year, but I knew that when I saw it for that $6 price, I was like, give me all of them. And apparently all of them was 1, but oh well, hope you guys got your hands on that one. All right, you guys know my beloved Bourbon Bonfire. This one also made my top 10 in 2023 list. Let's see, fragrance notes of Tennessee whiskey, golden aged rum, crushed clove, cinnamon sticks, cedarwood, sandalwood, smoked vanilla bean. This is definitely a boozy fragrance. You definitely get that like sweet whiskey note in here, but it's not too like alcoholish, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I guess it is, but it's not as like sophisticated as like a bourbon note to me. But oh man, this one is so good. You get a little bit of that woodiness in the background. I know that this was marketed as a fall candle, but I feel like this is one that you can burn year round, especially like in the evening, or if you're wanting like a sexier bedroom scent. This one is really, really nice. I actually have 2 of these in my collection. This one I just purchased in the after holiday sale as well. This is Ocean Breeze, Ocean Tide. I think it was a repackage of Country's Paradise Breeze. So the fragrance notes are palm leaf, coconut water, fresh banana, that's the most dominant note, hibiscus, tiara flower, tropical fruity, vanilla sugar, tonka bean, and musks. You know, the fragrance notes are pretty lengthy on these Kringle candles. This fragrance to me, again, was another one of my top 10 in 2023. I love this 3-wick format, and I really, really hope Kringle expands more fragrances into this format this coming year, because this is honestly probably my favorite format to burn candles. And I feel like if all the companies can just get on the same page with the same size vessels, then it makes it easier to purchase candle accessories. But yes, the banana note is most dominant to me, but I do get like kind of like coconut water in there as well. I really enjoyed burning this one with Sea Breeze, which I don't have in my collection right now, but that is one that I am eyeballing to see if it goes on sale anytime soon. I will probably purchase that because I really like that fragrance to combine with it. This is a candle that I talked about in my January video. Sorry, I'm trying to reposition my legs here. This is Cozy Cabin. Now, this 3-wick was available in late 2022. Fragrance notes of firewood, cedarwood, brown sugar, cinnamon bark, vanilla, and warm maple. So I have this candle not only in this format, but I also have it in a medium-sized 2-wick tumbler, because the strength and throw alone on this is not very strong. So you can see I am about a third of the way through the burn on this candle. This is one of my very favorite fragrances from them, particularly to burn in the month of January. It's so cozy. I've gone on and on in other videos about it. In fact, I can't remember if I have a dedicated review on this candle. I'm not sure. I might. You can check out my candle review playlist. All right, this was from the spring release last year, and this is Wildflower Bliss. This is honeysuckle, jasmine, orange flower, citrus, wood, and musk. I definitely smell honeysuckle in here, so if you are somebody who likes honeysuckle fragrances, you will like this one. This is a very nice spring floral. In fact, last year when I started burning this one, I think I got it towards the end of when I typically burn florals, and I knew that I didn't want to just like rush through and finish it up, and so that's why I went ahead and put it aside for this year. So I'll probably finish burning it this spring, but it was really nice. Great kind of like grassy floral, honeysuckle, get a little bit of that jasmine in here, orange flower. It's really nice. I don't really get a muskiness or wood in this fragrance, but I don't know if that one is still in stock at all, but very nice fragrance. All right, now we'll go ahead and move on to my country lineup. So these are all in the new 100% soy formula because I do not like burning paraffin wax. This is Peppermint and Cocoa. I actually purchased this in late 2023 because I already burned through an entire one of these in the Kringle 2-wick tumbler from late 2022, and I really enjoy this fragrance. This is probably my favorite peppermint fragrance. This combined with Homeworks' Peppermint Snowdrop, beautiful peppermint combination. I feel like the two of them really balance out because Peppermint Snowdrop has kind of that vanilla base to it, whereas this has that cocoa base. Pretty similar to the drink that you would get at any kind of like coffee shop. Are the fragrance notes listed on there? No, they are not, but love that fragrance. So that one is definitely being put back for next year. This is a new one to my collection. This is Lemon Lavender. So again, I'm not really somebody who says that I'm a lavender person. This is one of the candles that I actually think that if I do another video in late January talking about like other candles that I'm burning right now, this is a candle that I see myself starting to incorporate later on this month into my rotation because it is very clean and fresh. Definitely lavender, but I do get that citrus, that lemon in here. It smells very, very similar to Yankees' version of this. If you've smelled Yankees lemon lavender, which I'm not sure if they still have that around, but I do remember smelling that a long time ago. And this smells pretty much exactly the same, although I think that I will enjoy this burn a little bit better. And then the candle that I think that I will pair that with is this one, 'Tis the Season. Now, I do believe that this might be out of stock now, or I don't know. I feel like I did see it in the after holiday sale. That sale is probably over by the time this video goes up. I get definitely some lavender in here, a little bit of like a bergamot. This one is also very fresh and clean. My friend Melanie would call it like fancy lady bathroom type of fragrance. My daughter really likes this, so I feel like the two of these candles together, the lemon lavender and this 'Tis the Season, will complement each other really well. Just give my home kind of that like fresh, clean, not laundry cleaner, but definitely like a spa-like clean type of fragrance in my home. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move the camera down here now that I've gotten through those candles. Let's move on down here. All right, a candle that I bought, and I think this was like on a clearance sale. I don't think this one is available anymore. I think they were like retiring the fragrance. This is Pumpkin Cheesecake. This is a candle that I actually see myself probably burning in August because it's interesting. It's kind of like a perfumey gourmand, just like I talked about, like Cozy Weekend from Homeworks kind of falls into that category. I like this fragrance. It's unique, and yet at the same time, it reminds me of a fragrance I smelled in my childhood, but I don't know exactly what it is. I do detect a little bit of pumpkin in here, but I don't get the lactonic note that you would normally associate with cheesecake. This is one that I'm like, August, if you've seen my other videos, is kind of like the month that's kind of like, I don't want to call it my dumping ground, but it's like a month where I feel like I don't really know what to burn at that point, and I could definitely see myself burning it at that time. So this one will sit in the closet probably until then. Citrus and Sage. This is a candle, again, that I might bring out later on this month and probably burn it throughout the springtime. I might pair this with, say, like, you won't see it in this collection here. I'll talk about it at the end. Well, no, I'll talk about it now because I'll probably forget by the end. This is a candle that I might pair with, say, like Sicilian Orange or another orange fragrance. I do have Sicilian Orange in my collection. However, my jar shattered when I was moving candles around. And so it's just kind of like the block of wax waiting for an empty vessel to burn it in. But this candle is really nice. You do get that herbaceous sage note in here, but you do get the freshness of citrus. This kind of reminds me of, remember like in the 90s, a lot of those, I would call them like, I don't want to call them like knickknack stores. There's like an official name for them, but like they would always carry like Thomas Kincaid paintings, and they would carry a lot of Yankee candles, and it would always have like little like sculptures and things like that. I feel like they were everywhere in the 90s, or maybe they were just around me, and my mom liked to go into those stores a lot. But the smell of this candle is what like I feel like a lot of those stores smelled like. Very clean, citrusy. I feel like this has been a popular one at Kringle for some time, but I see myself burning this probably going into, I would say like March. It feels like a springtime candle, but also honestly, I think this could be a good year-round candle, especially for spring and summer. All right, you guys know this one is in my collection. I actually have two of these. Rosemary Lemon. This is one of my hands down favorite fragrances from Kringle. So clean, so fresh. Lemon and rosemary. I mean, exactly what you are picturing here. This is what I am smelling. And it's funny, you wouldn't necessarily put those candles together, but if you want your home, if you want somebody to walk into your home and think, wow, this is a really clean home. There's no clutter. Like, this is like spick and span. This is the fragrance that you need. This is also a really good fragrance to burn right after maybe you've had like a lot of kitchen odor in there. It's just, oh, it is such a great palate cleansing candle. One of my favorites. So you know that I have two of these. I see myself always, as long as Kringle makes it, always having this candle in my collection. All right, now we're talking about a couple of candles that I am actually currently burning this month. This is Golden Cashmere. I know that this is marketed kind of as a holiday candle, but to me, it's a perfect January fragrance. This kind of, I talked about it in that January roundup video, reminds me a little bit of like a fancy bubble bath. Very, very nice. I like it a lot. Fancy lady bathroom type of thing, but it's not like spa-like. Just very clean and fresh. I really, really enjoy that fragrance. And then, oh, yep, I just talked about it. Cozy Cabin. So see, here's the 2-wick format of that with the lovely picture on the front. All right, Snowbird. This is one that I actually will also probably be incorporating in maybe if I do a part 2 of January candle burning, like if I do that another one of those candle chats. Snowbird is a fragrance that I picked up in 2022, and I really enjoyed it. This candle I really like burning alongside. If you happen to have Winter Wonder in your collection, combine those two. That was a tip last year from Melanie, Mr. Kong's mom, and oh my goodness, that was such a delightful blend. Now, I do not have another Winter Wonder in my collection. However, Homeworks' Snow Tipped Pine is a very similar scent, and so I plan to burn this with Snow Tipped Pine. I just realized when I filmed my collection video that I still have a couple of candles that are on their way to me, and Snow Tipped Pine is one of them, but I will be burning those two together. This has kind of like a berry note, but it's still definitely a winter note. There's like cool winter air in here, but berry, it's perfect for January. All right, Away in a Manger. I talked about this in my, what was that? My January video, Away in a Manger. This is honestly my very favorite orange pomander type of fragrance. I love this. I burn this alongside Yankees Holiday Zest or the Vintage Pomander. Really love this fragrance. To me, it's the perfect balance of orange and clove and cinnamon. Oh, it's just so, so perfect. One of my favorite fragrances. I actually do have a post-holiday sale order on its way to me from Kringle. It's not here yet, but in that order, I did purchase a large 2-wick of this because I'm always worried that it's going to get discontinued, and I really love this fragrance. So I probably won't get to burning that large 2-wick this year, but I will be glad to have it in my collection. Speaking of large 2-wicks, here we go, talking about the ones that I currently have. So this is Spellbound. So this candle was sent to me from Homeworks when I first got into the ambassador program. They allowed us to pick out a couple of candles, and this one smells like the very famous Victoria's Secret Love Spell, which was a body fragrance that I wore a lot in the early 90s. Sorry, I had to take the lid off. So if you've ever smelled that fragrance, that's exactly what this smells like. To be honest with you, it's very, very sweet. I've always said this is one that is kind of like on the cusp of, do I declutter it? Do I keep it? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find like just a basic vanilla type of fragrance to burn alongside this, maybe to cut that. I have found that when some fragrances are a little bit too perfumey for me, if I find, or too floral, I like finding just a good old basic vanilla to burn with it, and then that kind of like tamps it down. So that's my goal right now. So I'm not ready to declutter it yet. But yeah, if you've smelled Victoria's Secret Love Spell, that is what that smells like. So you can see I haven't burned a ton of that candle. Let me move this out of the way. Avocado and Palm. This was a release in 2022's spring lineup, and I really liked this in the summertime. I burned this like predominantly like in May and June. Very clean, gives me kind of like resort vibes. There's no banana or anything like that, but it does smell just like kind of like hotel lobby type of fragrance. I guess that's the way that that's how I would put it. Oh, it smells really, really good. I really liked burning this with, there's another candle behind it here that I'll talk about, but very, yeah, just like hotel lobby type of vibes. I feel like that's what I get from that. All right, this is one that I actually purchased. Gosh, when did this come out? I think 2 years ago now, and I haven't burned it yet. So Gardenia, my mother loved Gardenia fragrances. So the reason I picked it up was because she liked that. Now, it's very strong. Definitely that Gardenia fragrance, but I just didn't know what to burn with it. But I think I've finally figured out what I want to burn with it. When I get another one of Sea Breeze, which is a coconut fragrance, I think I'm going to burn them together because I've found over the last year, I really love the combination of coconut and gardenia together. And so I think that's what I'm going to be burning. This to me will be like a late spring, early summer type of burn. But that's a very lovely fragrance. This is not in stock anymore. I mean, this was like a very limited edition release. But yeah, it's a beautiful candle as well. All right, Fruit and Flakes. This one, was it discontinued or is it still in stock? I can't remember. Okay, this has like that banana note behind it, even though I don't really feel like that's pictured. I don't really get much strawberry or blueberry from this. This does definitely smell like cornflakes with the milk, but no, it's not lactonic or sour. I know anytime you mention milk in candles, there's the fear that like it's going to smell sour, and I don't get that at all here. This is like a great morning time fragrance. I feel like it's good year round because it's warm and cozy without it being like something is baking. It's definitely Oh, it's just a nice one. In fact, my daughter, when she was helping me move the candles out, she was like, oh, I love that one. That one smells really good. All right, here we are on to the final 4 here. So this is tea time. I actually have 2 of these in my collection. My mother-in-law loves, loves, loves this fragrance. So this, to me, it's funny because this was released last spring. And initially when I smelled it, I was like, that's more of like a fall type of candle, which I do still think that it is. However, I think that this is perfect for cold mornings. If you were to burn this with, what's another Kringle candle? I don't have it in my collection. Tea and cookies. I feel like the combination of this and that tea and cookies would just give you life on a nice cold morning. Captures the whole vibe. I really like the label on this as well. So this is one that I will probably be breaking out pretty soon here in the mornings just because it's a very cozy type of vibe. Gingerlily Palm, I like to burn this alongside that, what was that, aloe and palm? Avocado Palm. Sorry, I'm getting all mixed up here with notes. Again, another one of those like kind of clean, hotel lobby vibes, resort vibes. That's how I kind of describe that. So if you like that type of scent, I think that you should get that. Remember, a lot of these scents come in the little daylights, which I really love that Kringle does that. In fact, a lot of these candles I did purchase in those daylight formats. I would say at least 50% of these I purchased in the daylight format before diving into these larger jars. So if you're a little bit unsure of a candle, I would highly recommend going that route before committing to the full thing. But this is a really nice fragrance, again, that I burned those 2 together, and it just gives me like those summertime resort vibes. Snowy Bridge, I talked about this one in the January lineup. Look at that label. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I just love it. Now, this fragrance is one of my lighter scents. I wish this one was stronger because this one does definitely smell like a snow-covered bridge. What I would envision that. It makes me think of like walking along. You know what it makes me think of? I feel like I would be like walking along in a Thomas Kinkade painting. I don't know why those are on my head. Probably because I just saw a reel about that. It's all over Instagram. But yeah, this is a really, really nice fragrance. It's very light. It mixes nicely with some of like my heavier kind of boozy fragrances. So I've really been enjoying that one, particularly in the evenings. And then the last one that I have right here pictured is, I'm not even going to hold it up right now. Well, I guess I will. This is Christmas Cake Pops. And the reason I ordered this in a large jar is because to me, this is kind of like a lemon cake smell. The lemon is not like dominant. It's like vanilla and lemon. So it's not, say, like a limoncello cupcake from Homeworks or one of the Bath and Body Works lemon ones. This is like a cake with a slight hint of lemon in the background. And I purchased this to burn with my Homeworks spun vanilla sugar. That's the one that I want to burn this with. But this seems like, again, a nice blending candle. I could probably burn this alongside some of my strawberry fragrances or blueberry. It's very versatile. So I really enjoy that one. So while I am putting all of these candles back together, I do want to let you know that there are a few that are not pictured here because they are on their way to me. So I will go ahead and pop up pictures for you right here. The other candles, I already mentioned that I have Away in a Manger on its way to me in the large 2-wick. I also have the new Cozy and Warm. I did get that in a daylight, and then I did go ahead and dive in and purchase that in the large 2-wick format. I also bought backups of Leaf Peeper and Autumn Amber. Those 2 fragrances are very similar to Bath and Body Works Leaves and Amber, Autumn respectively. So if you like that fragrance combination in the fall, when they had those on sale for $15.50 last week, I went ahead and purchased another one of those. And I think that is it. Let me see. Cozy and Warm, Away in a Manger, Leaf Peeper, Autumn, Amber, and I feel like there's one more that I am missing from that lineup. Oh, Christmas, because I forgot that I had ordered it in the holiday mercury jar. So I will be set next year for Kringle Christmas, that's for sure. All right, so that is my complete Kringle candle collection. Remember that I do have a discount code with Kringle. If you are interested in any of these, my discount code is Katie15. I will also have all of these linked with timestamps down below for for you, so that way you can go ahead and check out the Kringle website and check out the fragrance notes more in depth. Remember, if you are not ready to commit, go for those daylights. I swear that's probably one of the best deals around. But I want to say thank you so much for spending your time here with me. Thank you for just coming alongside this ride where I'm keeping myself accountable and taking inventory of what I currently have in my collection. Let me know in the comment box down below if any of these are your favorites. Hit like if you liked this video or found it helpful. Subscribe if you're new. And I just want to say thank you so much for spending your time with me. Until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.